News. Spencer Dinwiddie with Rob Pelinka.
Are you going to read something into that?
That might cause a bit of a stir.
Seriously, are you going to read something into that?
I'm a fan, but y'all get to know him soon. Let y'all dig into that.
As the trade deadline arrived, many Los Angeles Laker fans were wondering what the future of this team was going to look like. Were they going to trade D'Angelo Russell and get DeJounte Murray? Were they going to make some gigantic string of trades to fix this team just like they did last year? And when nothing happened, we were told to keep our eyes on the buyout market. And as a result, something significant happened. And no, it's not the Los Angeles Lakers signing Killian Hayes. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. We're almost at 900,000 subscribers, and now that we get all that out of the way, do the intro. For the Super Bowl, PrizePicks is blessing us with an easy way to make $100. All Patrick Mahomes needs is one passing yard in the Super Bowl for a square to hit, which means he's pretty much a free square. First, download PrizePicks and use my promo code microphone when you sign up to get up to $100 deposit match on your initial deposit, and then make these picks really quickly before they change the lines on them. So for me, I'm pairing Mahomes' free square with Isaiah Pacheco, who's had at least one touchdown in his last 5 games, so that's easy, and Christian McCaffrey, who has had more than 88.5 rushing yards in 4 of his last 5 games. Of course, I give away all my picks for free on Instagram, and I highly recommend you turn on notifications for my Instagram story so you can get the picks quickly before they move the lines and you lose your advantage. And thank you, PrizePicks, for the sponsor. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? As a result of D'Angelo Russell's recent strong play for the Los Angeles Lakers, they made the decision to keep D'Angelo Russell. And this was after a very emotional month and a half for D'Angelo Russell. That even included him tearing up on the bench during a strong performance for the Lakers, and then giving this emotional interview in regards to his gratitude for being on the Lakers.
I mean, that's what we all dreamed of doing. You know, you go back to growing up, you practice moves, you try things in your backyard. Never thought you'd actually be able to get the chance to do it. Never thought I'd be able to throw a bounce pass live to LeBron James in the game. So things like that just keeps you young, keep you enjoying the game. It's just fun.
Now, you guys know me. I'm a gigantic D'Angelo Russell fan ever since he was drafted by the Lakers with the number 2 overall pick in the 2015 NBA draft. But there were 2 major problems on the horizon. One, could D'Angelo Russell keep up this level of production all the way to the end of the season and into the playoffs? Would he disappear again like he did last year versus the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals? And 2, once the season is over, would D'Angelo Russell opt out and leave in free agency? I can't really give a definitive answer in regards to number 1, but what I could say in regards to number 2 is I feel like D'Angelo Russell structured his contract in a way so he could continue playing with LeBron James. I mean, don't get me wrong, if he could get significantly more money elsewhere, there's always going to be the temptation to leave, but I feel like the reason why he has that 1+1 year deal is primarily because what if LeBron leaves after this season, which is something that nobody is talking about, and it's something that we'll cover in a video later on. Right when the trade deadline was starting to approach, I floated the possibility of the Lakers doing absolutely nothing. It didn't make sense to trade D'Angelo Russell and additional players that would give you depth to the Atlanta Hawks to bring in DeJounte Murray, who's a much better player on defense, but would be a marginal upgrade to say the least. At the same time, the Los Angeles Lakers had a huge need at point guard, not offensively, but at least defensively. And the options that they had on the buyout market were very exciting, but I'm not necessarily sure if they would answer that question. Now, following the deadline, we found out that the Lakers' long-term plans are kind of ridiculous, I must admit. I mean, CBS Sports is saying that the Lakers feel confident in landing Donovan Mitchell this summer and may choose to forego trades this season to have all of their resources available for a blockbuster offer. Now, bear in mind, it's not just Donovan Mitchell they're targeting. They're also reportedly targeting Kyrie Irving and Trae Young. And to be honest, I believe this because it seems like each and every year the Los Angeles Lakers have been trying to target Trae Young, probably because they need need someone to pass the torch off to once LeBron James leaves. I'm not necessarily sure if Kyrie Irving coming to the Lakers is going to happen, because the Lakers could have potentially made that happen this past offseason and they chose not to. But the jury really is out on Donovan Mitchell and Trae Young. As it stands now, if the Cleveland Cavaliers continue riding their momentum into the playoffs, I don't think Donovan Mitchell is going to get traded. But at the same time, there have been many times in NBA history where you've seen teams have remarkable regular seasons, get to the playoffs, fall significantly short of their expectations, and even consider blowing up the core. It sounds unfathomable that the Cavs would want to move on from Donovan Mitchell in the middle of a win streak, but you never know what happens in 4 months' time. And yes, I'm very much aware that this falls into the category of the Lakers believing that they're going to get absolutely everybody. So now that the plan is clear, Los Angeles Lakers want to wait till the offseason so they could get Donovan Mitchell or Trae Young or Kyrie Irving or all three. There's still the question of how did the Los Angeles Lakers improve their team? Bear in mind, this is a team that currently stands in 9th place in a loaded Western Conference, might I add. I know it's not exciting that they're in 9th place, but when you consider that 9th place and 5th place are literally 3 games away from each other, then it tells a much different story. And at this point, the Lakers feel tremendous pressure to make the most out of LeBron James's prime, which has been seemingly going on forever. I mean, his latest play against the Denver Nuggets is nothing short of amazing. For those of you guys that missed it, LeBron James made one of the most remarkable no-look passes that I've ever seen against the Denver Nuggets. And this is probably one of the most dramatic no-look passes that I think I've ever seen, because immediately fans were wondering whether or not this was intentional or not, with a fan even posting this clip montage of LeBron James making a similar type of pass throughout his entire career. LeBron James would even come out and tweet that after all this time, I'm still proving them wrong. I mean, you would think they know by now, but you know when it comes to me. Somebody would post the alternate angle of LeBron James clearly having the ball slip through his hands and going to Anthony Davis's hands and dunking it. This is just one of those hilarious LeBronisms. But with that being said, there was a question of how are the Los Angeles Lakers going to improve their team? Well, they clearly need to improve their team a little bit. And the answer became very clear during the trade deadline. You see, during the trade deadline, the Brooklyn Nets traded Spencer Dinwiddie to the Toronto Raptors for Dennis Schroeder, which was one of the few trades that they've made. I made a whole video today on the Brooklyn Nets. It was uploaded early this morning in regards to how they made a horrific mistake at the trade deadline. I'll leave it for you guys in the end screen. But one of those trades was trading away Spencer Dinwiddie and getting back Dennis Schroeder and Thaddeus Young from the Toronto Raptors, which, yes, I'm as surprised as you are that Thaddeus Young is still in the freaking NBA. Dinwiddie would get bought out almost immediately, and just like that, we got one of the most attractive individuals in the buyout market. No, not like that, you freaks. Spencer Dinwiddie's value offensively cannot be understated. He's very good at running the pick and roll. He can run ISOs, he can run post-ups, and averages 1.04 points per possession. He could instantly provide offense to any team that would require, and he's not that far removed from doing so at an elite level. There were rumors that he was on strike for the Brooklyn Nets this past year and he was unhappy playing for them, but instantly there were 2 teams that were contenders to sign him, either the Dallas Mavericks or the Los Angeles Lakers. And for those of you guys that don't know, Spencer Dinwiddie is also a huge spokesperson for cryptocurrency. I mean, in 2019, he converted his $34 million contract extension into cryptocurrency, which is one hell of an investment looking back at it, because the closing price of Bitcoin was $8,299.39 for the end of September, and right now it's about $46,000. But since this is a very highly volatile asset, Spencer Dinwiddie has gotten memed for this quite some time whenever cryptocurrency went down, including about a year ago when Kyle Kuzma made fun of him, even saying the only way you'll ever be worth your contract is if the NBA finally gives you your wish of getting paid in crypto, check the markets, enjoy the clicks. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is Spencer Dinwiddie needed to pick between the Lakers and the Mavericks, and when you consider that the Lakers play in crypto arena, the answer was automatically there. I mean, the moment Spencer Dinwiddie got bought out, he already liked the tweet about the Los Angeles Lakers being interested in him amidst buyout rumors. This fan tweeted, "Lakers fans, this is the Spencer Dinwiddie we will be getting in LA. I want to come home" has been his mantra for years, and he liked the tweet. The very next day, Spencer Dinwiddie is next to Rob Pelinka watching the Los Angeles Lakers face off against the New Orleans Pelicans. Once that happened, we knew that the writing was on the wall, and Shams Charania made it official today. According to Shams Charania, Spencer Dinwiddie plans to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers after he clears waivers. So what are the basketball implications of this? Well, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. First of all, it reunites Spencer Dinwiddie and D'Angelo Russell, and for those of you guys that were a fan of the Brooklyn Nets during the 2018 to 2019 season, you knew that these two were a very fun pair. But in terms of basketball, what does it mean? Well, here's what you're getting in Spencer Dinwiddie. Like I said before, Spencer Dinwiddie is a great half-court shot creator and is excellent at getting his teammates involved. He averages 6 assists per game, but at the same time, he averages less than 2 turnovers per game, which is very similar to his old friend from Brooklyn, D'Angelo Russell, who also is achieving the same feat. The problem is that this doesn't really solve the Lakers' primary problem. They needed a defensive-minded guard that could slow down a point guard like Jamal Murray should they bump into the Denver Nuggets once again during the playoffs. And then there are times that he's a little bit too aggressive and tries to force baskets. But apart from that, he's a remarkable closeout attacker. He gets 1.2 points per spot of possession, and he easily becomes the Lakers' biggest guard at 6'5" and 215 pounds, which is a little bit thicker than D'Angelo Russell. At the end of the day, for a buyout pickup, it's a remarkable pickup, but I don't necessarily know if it's going to solve the Lakers' biggest problems. He's been very solid in the past for all the teams that he's been on, but the Lakers' biggest problem and biggest weakness still persists. My biggest fear is that this could potentially give Darvin Ham an opportunity to go with this small lineup again, and I really hope he doesn't get too chaotic with lineup adjustments and we fall into the same place we were about 2 to 3 months ago. At the very end of the day, he's a very talented individual, and I'm happy that he's a Los Angeles Laker, but at the same time, I still have concerns about what else we're going to do to improve on the defensive side of the ball. What could we do? Let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about this move. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.